exactly like me, but I've got a book in my hand. We will have caught on to something by the end of the day. But mostly we think about the one that got away. I've seen life through what pleasures the surface can bring. Foolishly back to where the sirens sing. I've stared up at the place where the waters meet the sky. And though I've stopped breathing, I still believe I should try. Maybe unknown in search of lost treasures will pass by. 'Cause the fleet of hope is so pretty when she's shining in the port, and the harbor clings to the jetty for protection and support. Out in the choppy waters, the sharks swim and play. We're all washed up with the silent as is day. I've been to the desert, been over the mountains so high. Through jungles and plains, I took buses and trains and airplanes across the sky, but none as seductive as oceans before me alone. And now I know why you layered your pockets with stone. 'Cause the fleet of hope is so pretty when she's shining in the port, and the harbor clings to the jetty for protection and support. Out in the choppy waters, the sharks swim and play. You're all washed up with the silent as is day. When I was a girl, all of my fancy took flight, and I had this dream could outshine anything, even the darkest night. Now I wait like a widow for someone to come back from the sea. I've always known I was waiting for me. 'Cause the fleet of hope is so pretty when she's shining in the port, and the harbor clings to the jetty for protection and support. Out in the choppy waters, the sharks swim and play. You're all washed up with the silent as is day.
To sing a song that old was sung, from ashes, ancient gower has come, assuming man's infirmity to glad your ears and please your eyes. It hath been sung at festivals, ember eves, and holy ales, and lords and ladies in their lives have read it for restoratives. The purchase is to make men glorious, et bonum quantiquis in males. If youth, born in these latter times when wit's more ripe, accept my rhymes, and that to hear an old man sing may to your wishes pleasure bring, my life would wish that I might waste it for you like taper light. This Antioch, Antiochus the Great built up this city, his chiefest seat, the fairest in all Syria. I'll tell you what mine authors say. The king unto him took fair, who died, and left a female heir, so buxom blithe, full of face as heaven lent her all his grace, with whom the Father liking took, and her to evil did provoke. Bad child, worse father, to entice his own to badness should be done by none. But custom what they did begin was with long use accounted of sin. The beauty of this sinful dame made many princes thither frame, which to prevent he made a law to keep her still and men all, that whoso asked her for his wife, his riddle answered not, lost his life. So for her, many a wife did die, as yon grim looks do testify. What now ensues, to the judgment of your eyes I bring. My cause, who best can justify?
Young Prince of Tyre, you have at large received the danger of the task you undertake.
I have, Antiochus, and with a soul emboldened with the glory of her praise, think death no hazard in this enterprise.
Bring in our daughter, clothed like a bride for the embracements, even of Jove himself, at whose conception, till Lucina reigned, nature this dowry gave, that to glad her presence the senate house of planets all did sit, to knit in her their best perfections.
See where she comes, apparelled like the spring, graces her subjects, and thoughts the king of every virtue gives renown to man. O you gods that made me man, and have inflamed desire in my breast to taste the fruit of yon celestial tree, be my helps, or else I'll die in the adventure, as I am son and servant to your will to compass such a boundless happiness.
Prince Pericles,
This would be son to great Antiochus.
before you stands this fair Hesperides, with golden fruit, but dangerous to be touched. For death-like dragons here affright thee hard. Her face, like heaven, enticeth thee to view her countless glory, which desert must gain, and which, without desert, because thine eye presumed to reach all thy whole heap must die. Yon sometimes famous princes, like yourself, drawn by report of adventurers by desire, tell thee with speechless tongues and semblance pale, that without covering save yon field of stars here they stand martyrs, slain in Cupid's wars, and with dead cheeks advise thee to desist for going on death's net, whom none resists.
Antiochus, I thank thee, who have taught my frail mortality to know itself. So I bequeath a happy peace to you, and all good men, as every prince should do. My riches to the earth from whence they came, but my unspotted fire of love to you. Thus ready for the way of life or death, I await the sharpest blow, Antiochus.
Scorning advice, read the conclusion then, which, read and not expounded, 'tis decreed as those before thee, thou thyself shalt lead.
Of all saves yet, may self look prosperous. Of all save yet, I wish thee happiness.
Like a bold champion, I assume the lists, nor ask advice of any other thought but faithfulness and courage. I am no viper, yet I feed on mother's flesh which did me breed. I sought a husband in which labor, I found that kindness in a father. His father's son and husband mild, I'm mother, wife, and yet his child. As these may be, and yet in two, as you will live, resolved you. Sharp physic is the last. Oh, but you powers that give heaven countless eyes to view men's acts, why cloud they not their sights perpetually, if this be true, which makes me pale to read it? Fair glass of light, I loved you, and could still, on this glorious casket sword with them.
Prince Pericles, touch not upon thy life, for that's an article within our law as dangerous as the rest. Your time's expired. Either expound now, or receive your sentence.
Great king, if you love to hear the sins they love to act, 'twould break yourself too near for me to tell it. For vice repeated is like the wandering wind, blows dust in others' eyes to spread itself. In the end of all is bought thus dear. The breath is gone, and the sore eyes see clear. To stop the breath would hurt them. The blind mole casts cocktails towards heaven, to tell the earth is strong by man's oppression. Poor worm doth die for it. Kings are as earth's gods, and vice their laws their will. And if Jove doth stray, who dare say Jove doth err?
Heaven that I have thy head, she has found the meaning, but I will close with her. young Prince of Tyre. Oh, by the tenor of our strict edict, your exposition misinterpreting, we might proceed to cancel of your days. Yet hope, succeeding from so fair a tree as your fair self, doth tune us otherwise. 40 days longer we do respite you, by which time our secret be undone. This mercy shows will joy in such a son, and until which time your entertaining shall be as doth befit our honor and your worth.
How courtesy would seem to cover sin when what is done is like a hypocrite, the which is good and nothing but its sight. If it be true that I interpret false, then we're certain you were not so bad as with foul incest. Farewell, Antioch! Sin and treason are the hands of sin. I am the targets to put off to shame. Then, lest my life be cropped to keep you clear, by flight I'll shun the danger which I fear.
Instantly this prince must die, for by her fall our honor must keep high. Who attends us here?
Doth your highness call?
Valliard, behold, here's poison and here's gold. We hate the Prince of Tyre, and thou must kill her. It fits thee not to ask the reason why, because we bid it. Say, is it done?
My lord, 'tis done.
Now, let your breath cool yourself, telling your haste.
My lord, Prince Pericles is fled.
As thou wilt live, fly after, and like an arrow shot from a well-experienced archer doth hit the mark his eye doth level at, so thou never return, unless thou say Prince Pericles is dead.
My lord, I'll make her sure enough. So farewell to your highness.
Valliard, adieu. Till Pericles be dead, my heart can lend no succor to my head.
Let none disturb us. Why should this change of thoughts, the sad companion, dull-eyed melancholy, be my so-used guest as not an hour in the day's glorious walk, or peaceful night, the tomb where grief should sleep can breathe me quiet? Here pleasures court mine eyes, and mine eyes shun them, and danger which I feared is at Antioch. If he suspect I may dishonor him, and what may make him blush in being known, he'll stop the course by which it might be known. With hostile forces he'll overspread the land, and with the ascent of war will look so huge, amazement shall drive courage from the state. Our men be vanquished ere they do resist, and subjects punished which never thought offense, which care of them, not pity of myself, whom no more but as the tops of trees which fence the roots they grow by and defend them, makes both my body pine and soul to languish, and punish that before that he would punish.
Join all comfort in your sacred breath, and keep your mind till you return to us, peaceful and comfortable. Peace, peace, and give experience tongue. They do abuse the king that flatter her, for flattery is the bellows the lows up sing. The thing which is flattered, but a spark, to which that blast gives heat and stronger glowing. Whereas reproof, obedient, and in order fits kings, as they are men, for they may err. When Signor Sooth here does proclaim a peace, he flatters you, makes war upon your life. Prince, pardon me, or strike me if you please. I cannot be much lower than my knees.
All leave us, and let your cares o'erlook but shipping them with ladies in our haven, and then return to us. Polygonus, thou hast moved us. What seest thou in our looks?
An angry brown, red lord.
If there be such a dart in princes' frowns, how durst thy tongue move anger to our face?
How dare the plants look up to heaven, from whence they have their nourishment?
Thou knowst I have the power to take thy life from thee.
I have ground the axe myself, do you but strike it well.
Rise, prithee, rise. Sit down. Thou art no flatterer, I thank thee for it. And heaven forbid kings should let their ears hear their faults hid. Good counselor and servant to a prince, who by thy wisdom makes a prince thy servant. What wouldst thou have me do?
To bear with patience such griefs as you yourself do lay upon yourself.
Thou speakest like a physician, Polygonus. Attend me then. I went to Antioch, where, as thou knowest, against the face of death, I sought the purchase of a glorious beauty. Her face was to mine eye beyond all wonder. The rest, hearken thou here, as dark as incest, which, by my knowledge found, the sinful father seemed not to strike, but smooth. But thou knowest this, 'tis time to fear when tyrants seem to kiss. Such fear so grew in me, I hither fled, To lock that down, he'll fill this land with arms and make pretense of wrong that I have done. When all for mine, I may call offense, but feels war's blow, who spares not innocence, which love to all, of which thyself art one, who never proofs me for it. There's sleep out of mine eyes, blood from my cheeks, musings in my mind, with thousand doubts how I might stop this tempest ere it came. And finding little comfort to relieve them, I thought it princely charity to grieve them.
Antiochus you fear, and justly too, I think you fear the tyrant who, either by public war or private treason, will take away your life. Therefore, my lord, go travel for a while, till that his rage and anger be forgot, or till the destinies do cut his thread of life. Your rule direct to any. If to me, they serves not life more faithful than I'll be.
I do not doubt thy faith, but should he wrong my liberties in my absence?
We'll mingle our bloods together in the earth, from whence we had our being and our birth.
Tyre, I now look from thee, and to Tarsus intend my travel, where I'll hear from thee, and by whose letters I'll dispose myself. The care I had and have of subjects good on me I'll lay, whose wisdom strength can bear. Nor ask thy oath, take thy word for faith, for who shuns not to break one will sure crack both. But in our orbs will live so round and safe, the time of this truth shall ne'er convince. Thou shouldst the subject shine, I a true prince.
So this is Tyre, and this is the court. Here must I kill King Pericles. 'Tis dangerous. Hush! Here come the lords of Tyre.
You shall not need, my fellow peers of Tyre, further to question me of your king's departure. Her sealed commission left in trust with me, thus speaks sufficiently she's gone to travel.
How? The king gone?
If further yet you will be satisfied, why, as if it were unlicensed of your loves, she would depart. I'll give some light unto you. Being at Antioch,
What from Antioch?
royal Antiochus, on what cause I know not, took some displeasure at her, at least she judged so, and doubting lest that she had erred or sinned, to show her sorrows, she correct herself, so puts herself under the shipman's toil, with whom each minute threatens life or death.
She escaped the land to perish at the sea. I'll present myself. Peace to the lords of Tyre.
Lord Falliard from Antiochus is welcome.
For him I come with a message unto princely Pericles, but since my landing I understood your lord has betook herself to unknown travels. My message must return from whence it came.
We have no reason to desire it, commended to our master, not to us. Yet ere you shall depart this we desire. As friends to Antioch, we may feast in Tyre.
Dying eyes, let us rest us here, and by relating tales of others' griefs, see if it will teach us to forget our own.
Perhaps the smoke of fire and hope to quench it. For who digs hills because they do aspire, throws down one mountain, has another higher. Oh, my distressed lord, even such our griefs are, here they're but felt, and seen with mischief's eyes, but like to groves being topped, they higher realms.
Who wanteth food and will not say he wants it, or can conceal his hunger till he perish? Our tongues and sorrows do sound deep our woes into the air. Our eyes do weep till the tongues fetch breath that may proclaim them louder. I'll then discourse our woes, felt several years, and wanting breath to speak, help me with tears.
I'll do my best, sir.
This Tarsus, o'er which I have the government, a city on whom plenty held full hand for riches, strewed herself even in the streets, whose whose towers bore heads so high they kissed the clouds, and strangers ne'er beheld but wondered at.
Oh, 'tis
But see what heaven can do! Oh, these mouths who but obeyed earth, sea, and air were all too little to content and please, though they gave their creatures in abundance. These houses are defiled for want of use, they are now starved for want of exercise. Those palates who, not yet 2 summers younger, must have inventions to delight the taste, will now be glad of bread, beg for it. Those mothers who, to nuzzle up their babes, are not too curious or ready now to eat those little darlings whom they loved. So sharp are hunger's teeth that man and wife draw lots who first shall die to lengthen life. Here stands a lord, there a lady weeping, here many sink, yet those that see them fall have scarce strength left to give them burial. Is not this true?
our cheeks and hollow eyes do witness it.
Oh, let those cities that have plenty's cup her prosperity so largely taste. Hear these tears. The misery of Tarsus may be theirs.
Where's the Lord Governor?
Here. Speak out thy sorrows which thou bringst in haste, for comfort is too far for us to expect.
We've descried upon our neighboring shore a portly sail of ships make hitward.
I thought as such, one sorrow ne'er comes, but brings an heir that may serve as its inheritor. And so in ours, some neighboring nation, taking advantage of our misery.
By the semblance of their white flags displayed, they bring us peace and come to us as favorers, not as foes.
Thou speakst as one untutored to repeat. Who makes fairest show, means most deceit. Still, bring what they will and what they can, what need we fear? Go! Tell their general we expect him here.
I go, my lord.
Peace is welcome, if on peace you consist. If wars, we are unable to resist.
Lord Governor, for so we hear you are, let not our ships and number of our men be like a beacon fire to amaze your eyes. We have heard your miseries as far as Tyre, and have seen the desolation of your streets. Nor come we to add sorrow to your tears, but to leave them under a heavy load. These our ships are stored with corn to make your needy bread, and to give them life whom hunger starved half dead.
The gods of Greece protect you and will pray for you.
Rise up, ladies, rise! We hold for reverence, but to love, and to harbor for ourselves our ships and our men.
The which, when any shall not gratify, or pay thee with unthankfulness and thought, be it our wives, our children, or ourselves, the curse of heaven and men succeed their evil. Till when, which I hope shall ne'er be seen, your grace is welcome to our town and us.
Which welcome will accept and feast here awhile, till our stars that frown lend us a smile.
Now here have you seen the mighty king, whose child I was to badness bring. A better prince and benign lord, who will prove evil both in deed and word. Be quiet then, as men should be, till he hath passed necessity. I'll show you, those in troubles reign, lose their might, a mountain gain. The good in conversation, to whom I give my benison, is still in Tarsus, where each man thinks all is rich she speaking can, and to remember what she does, build her a statue to make her glorious. But tidings to the contrary are brought to your eyes. What needs be God? Good hurricane that stayed at home, not to eat honey like a drone from others' labors. Though she strives to kill and bad, keep good alive, and to fulfill her prince's desire, sends word of all that haps in Tyre, how Valier came, full bent with sin, and had intent of murdering. And that in Tarsus was not best longer for her to make her rest. She doing so put forth to seas, where, when men be, there's seldom ease. For now the winds begin to blow. Thunder above and deep's blow make such unquiet that the ship, should house her safe, is wrapped and split, and she, good prince, having all lost by waves from coast to coast is tossed, all perishing, of man, of pelf, nay unto staken, but herself. Till fortune, tired of doing bad, threw her ashore to give her glad. And here she comes. What shall we next? Cardinal, this longs the text. Ah.
Yet cease your ire, you angry stars of heaven. Wind, rain, and thunder, remember that earthly man is but a substance that must yield to you. Alas, the sea hath cast me on the rocks, washed me from shore to shore, and left me breath, nothing to think on but ensuing death. Let it suffice the greatness of your powers to have bereft a prince of all her fortunes, and having thrown her from your watered grave, here to have death in peace is all she'll crave.
What up, bitch? I can bring away the nets. What? That's pretty to say. What say you, master? Look at how those stories now. Come away, or I'll fetch thee with the wine.
Nay, master, I am thinking of the poor men who cast before us even now.
Alas, poor souls. It grieved my heart to hear people cry the need for us to help them, when, well a day, we could scarce help ourselves.
Hey, master, said I know as much when I saw the porpoise, how he bounced and tumbled. They say they're half fish, half flesh. Plague on them, they never come by their to be washed. Master, I marvel how the fishes live in the sea.
Why? As men do a land, the great ones eat of the little ones. I can bear a mice to nothing so fitly to a whale. A blaze and tumble, the riding the boy fry before him, and at last devours them all a mouthful. Such whales have I heard over the land that never leave gaping till they swallow the whole parish and church and steeple, bells and dolls.
But pretty moral.
But master, if I had been a sexton, I would have that day been in the belfry.
Why, man?
Because he should have swallowed me too, and when I was in his belly, I would have kept up such a jangling of the bells until he had never left, until he had cast back up again, bells, steeple, church, parish, and all. Now, the good King Simonides were my mind.
Simonides.
We would purge the land of these drones that robbed me of her honey.
How from the finny subjects of the sea these fishers tell the infirmities of men. Peace be at your labor, honest fishermen.
Honest, good fellow, what's that? He and they hates you, search out of a calendar and nobody look after it.
May see the sea hath cast upon your coast.
Well, a drunken knave was the sea that cast thee in our way.
A man who both the waters and the wind, and that vast tennis court made the ball for them to play upon. Entreats you pity her, she asks of you that never used to beg.
No, friend. Cannot you beg? Here's living our country Greece get more begging than we can do for working.
Can't for catch any fishes then?
I never practiced it.
Oh, nay, then thou wilt starve sure, for here's nothing to be had nowadays, unless thou canst fish for it.
What I have been I forgot to know, but what I am one teaches me to think on. A man thronged up with cold, my veins are chill and have no more heat than may suffice to give my tongue that life with which to ask your help. Which, if you shall refuse, as I am a man, pray see me buried.
Die, quoth thou? Thou gods forbid. Here, have a gown. Gown, put it on. Keep thee warm. Now, afford me, a handsome fellow. Come, we shall have flesh for holidays, fish for fasting days, and water for flapjacks and puddings, and thou shalt be welcome.
I thank you, sir. Arthur, you said you could not beg. I did but crave.
Oh, I crave! But oh, I shall turn craver too, and so I shall escape whipping.
Why are all your beggars whipped, then?
Oh, not all, my friend, not all. For if all your beggars were whipped, I'd wish no better office than to be a beetle. Oh, but master, I'll go and take up the nets.
How well this honest mirth becomes their labor.
Mark ye, sir. You know where you are?
Not well.
Why, I'll tell you. This here is called Pentopolis, and our king, the good Simonides.
The good King Simonides, do you call him?
Aye, sir. It deserves to be called so for his peaceful reign and good government.
Then he is a happy king since he gains from his subjects the title of good by his government. How far is his court distant from the shore?
Many, sir. It's about half a day's journey. And I'll tell you, he had a fair daughter, and tomorrow's birthday, and there are knights and princes from all parts of the world to just and tourney for her love.
Were my fortunes equal to my desires, I could wish to make one there.
No, sir. Things must be as they will, and what a man cannot get, he may lawfully deal for. His wife's soul.
Help, master, help! Here hangs a fish in the net.
Like a poor man's right in the law.
Ah, 'tis come free,
and has turned to a rusty armor.
An armor, friends, I pray you let me see it. Thanks, fortune, yet that after all my crosses thou givest me somewhat to repair myself. I thank thee for it. My shipwreck now's no ill, since I have here my father's gift and his will.
What mean you, sir?
I beg of you, friends, this coat of work. It was sometime target to a king. He loved me dearly, and for his sake I wish to have it. And that you guide me to your sovereign's court, where with it I may appear a gentleman. And should ever my low fortunes better, I'll pay your bounties. Till then, rest your debtor.
Why? Wilt thou turn for the lead?
I'll show the virtue I have borne in arms.
Why, do take it, and the gods give thee good alt.
Huh? What hark you, sir? 'Twas we that made up this garment from the rough seams of the waters. There are certain condolements, certain veils. I hope, sir, if you thrive, you'll remember from whence you had it.
Believe it, I will. By your furtherance I am closely sealed, in spite all the rapture of the sea, this jewel holds its binding on my arm. Until I value, I will mount myself upon a courser whose delightful steps shall make the gazer joy to see him tread. Only, my friends, I am yet unprovided on a pair of bases.
Oh, we'll sure provide. I'll give you my best gown to make thee a pair, and I'll take thee to the court myself.
Oh, then honor be but a goal to my will. This day I'll rise, or upside ill to ill.
Are the knights ready to begin the triumph?
They are, my liege.
Return them. We are ready. And our daughter, in honor of whose birth these triumphs are, sits here like beauty's child, whom nature gat for men to see, and seeing, wonder at.
It pleaseth you, my royal father, to express my commendations great, whose merits less.
It's fit it should be so, for princes are a model which heaven makes like to itself. So jewels lose their glory if neglected, so princes their renown if not respected. Good. 'Tis now your honor, daughter, to explain the labor of each knight with his device.
Which to preserve mine honor I'll perform.
Who is the first that doth prefer himself?
A knight of Sparta, my renowned father, and the device he bears upon his shield is the word Lux Tua Vita Mihi.
He loves you well and holds his life of you. Who is the second that presents himself?
The Prince of Macedon, my royal father, and the device he bears upon his shield is an armored knight that's conquered by a lady. The motto thus in Spanish, por Welzura que por fuerza.
And what's the third?
The third of Antioch, his device a wreath of chivalry, the words Me Pompe Coexide Pax.
What is the fourth?
A burning torch turned upside down. The motto, quod me elite me extinguit.
Which shows that beauty hath this power and will, which can as well inflame as it can kill.
The fifth, hand environed with clouds, holding out gold, that's by the touchstone tried. The motto thus, Sex Spectatus Fides.
And what's the sixth and last? The which the knight himself with such a graceful crest.
He seems to be a stranger, but his present is a withered branch that's only green at top. The motto in Hex Spade Viva.
A pretty moral. From the dejected state wherein he is, he hopes by you his fortunes yet may flourish.
He had mean better than his outward show can anyway speak in his just contempt. For by his rusty outside he seems to practice more the whipstock than the lance.
He well may be a stranger, for he comes to an honored triumph strangely furnished.
And on this purpose let his armor rust, until this day is scoured in the dust.
Opinions but a fool, which makes us scan the outward habits by the inward man. But stay, the knights are coming. We will withdraw to the gallery. To place upon the volume of your deeds, as in a title page, your worth in arms were more than you expect, or more than's fit, since every worth in show commends itself. Prepare for mirth becomes a feast. You are princes, and my guests.
But you, my knight and guest, to whom this wreath of victory I give, and crown you king of this day's happiness.
'Tis more by fortune, lady, than by man.
Call it by what you will, the day is yours, and here I hope is none that envies it. In framing an artist, art hath thus decreed, to make some good, but others to exceed, and you are a labored scholar. Come, queen of the feast, for daughter, so you are. Here take your place. Marshal, the rest, as they deserve their grace.
We are honored much by good Simonides.
Your presence glads our days, honor we love, for who hates honor hates the gods above.
Sir, yonder is your place.
Some other is more fair.
It is no, sir, for we are gentlemen, that man in the heart now but I, Andi the Great, will do the Lord's bidding.
You are right, courteous knights.
Sit, sir, sit.
By Jove, I wonder that is king of thoughts. These cakes do resist me, she of bottom heart.
By Juno, that is queen of marriage, all viands I eat do seem unsavory. Wishing her my meat, sure she's a gallant gentleman.
He has done no more than other knights have done, has broken a staff or so let it pass.
To me he's like diamonds to glass.
Yon kings to me like to my father's picture, which tells me in that glory once he was, had princes sit like stars about his throne, he the sun for them to reverence. None that beheld him, but like lesser lights did veil their crowns to his supremacy. Where now his son's like a glowworm in the night, the which hath fire and darkness, none in light. Whereby I see the times the king of men is both their parent and he is their grave. He gives them what he will, not what they crave.
What, are you merry, knights?
Who can be other in his royal presence?
Here with the cup filled unto the brim, as you do love, fill to your mistress's lips. Here we drink this health to you.
We thank your grace.
Yet pause a while. Young knight that sit too melancholy, as if the entertainment in our court had not a show might countervail its worth. Oh, did not you, Tyre?
What is it to me, my father?
Attend, my daughter. For princes in this should live like the gods above, who give to everyone that comes to honor them. Princes, not doing so, or like to. Gnats, which make a sound when killed, are wondered at. Therefore, to make his entrance more sweet, here say, we drink the standing bowl of wine to him.
Alas, my father, it befits not me unto a stranger knight to be so bold. He could my proffer take for offense and cement woman's gifts for impudence.
Do as I bid you, or you'll move me else.
Now by the gods, she could not please me better.
And furthermore, tell him, we desire to know of him, of whence he is, his name and parentage.
The king, my father, sir, is from to you.
I thank him.
Wishing in so much blood into your life.
I thank both him and you, and let him freely.
And further, he desires to know of you, of whence you are, your name and parentage.
A gentleman of Tyre, my name Pericles, my education been in arts and arms, who, looking for adventures in the world, was by the rough seas racked of ships and men, and after shipwreck driven upon this shore.
He thanks your grace, names himself Pericles, a gentleman of Tyre who, only by misfortune of the seas, bereft of ships and men, cast on these shores.
Now, by the gods, I pity his misfortune, and will awake him from his melancholy. Come, gentlemen, we sit too long on trifles and waste the time which looks for other revels. Even in your armors, as you are dressed, will very well become a soldier's dance. I will not have excuse with saying this. Loud music is too harsh for ladies' heads, since they love men in arms as well as beds. Music! Come, sir, here's a lady that wants breathing too. And I have heard you knights of Tyre are excellent in making ladies trip, and that your measures are as excellent.
In those that practice them they are, my lord.
Aha, as would be denied of your fair courtesy. Music! Unclasp! Thanks, gentlemen. To all have done well. But you, sir, the best. Pages and lights conduct these knights up to their several lodges. Yours, sir, we have given orders to be next to our own.
I'm at your grace's pleasure.
Princes, it is too late to talk of love, and that's the mark I know you level at. Therefore, each one betake him to his rest. Tomorrow, all for speeding, do their best.
No, Escanes, know this of me. Antiochus from evil lived not free, for which the most high gods, not minding longer to withhold the vengeance that they had in store, due to this heinous capital offense, even in the height and pride of all his glory. When he was seated in a chariot of inestimable value, and his daughter with him, a fire from heaven came and shriveled up their bodies even to loathing, for they so stunk that all those eyes adored them ere their fall. Scorn, now their hands should give them burial. 'Twas very strange, and yet but justice. For though this king were great, his greatness was no guard to bar heaven's shaft, but sin had his reward. 'Tis very true.
See, no man in private conference or council has respected her, but she. It shall no longer grieve without reproof.
And cursed be he who will not second it.
Follow me then. Lord Helicane, a word.
With me, and welcome. Happy day, my lords.
Know that our griefs are risen to the top, and now at length they overflow their banks.
Your griefs? For what? Wrong not your prince you love.
Wrong not yourself then, noble Helicane. If the prince who live, let us salute her, or know what grounds made happy by her breath. If in this world she live, we'll seek her out. And in her grave she rests, we'll find her there, and be resolved. She lives to govern us, or is dead, gives cause to mourn her funeral, and leave us to our free election.
Whose death indeed's the strongest in our censure, and knowing this kingdom is without a head, like goodly buildings left without a roof soon fall to ruin. Your noble self, that best know how to rule and how to reign, we thus submit unto our sovereign.
Live, noble Helicane! For honor's cause forbear your suffrages. If that you love, Prince Pericles, forbear. A 12-month longer, let me entreat you to forbear the absence of your king. If in which time expired she not return, I will with age and patience bear your yoke. But if I cannot win you to this love, go search, like nobles, like noble subjects, and in your search spend your adventurous worth. Whom if you find and win unto return, you shall like diamonds sit about her crown.
Wisdom he's a fool that will not yield. And since Lord Helicane enjoineth us, we with our travels will endeavor us.
Then you love us, and we you, and we'll clasp hands. When peers thus knit, a kingdom ever stands.
Good morrow, my good Simon Heidi.
Knights, from my daughter this I let you know, that for this 12th month she'll not undertake a married life. Her reason to herself is only known, which yet from her by no means can I get.
May we not get access to her, my lord?
Faith, by no means. She is so strictly tied her to her chamber that it is impossible. 12 moons more she'll wear Diana's livery. This by the eye of Cynthia hath she vowed, and honor, virgin honor, will not break it.
On both to bid farewell, we take our leaves.
So, farewell dispatched. Now to my daughter's letter. She tells me here she'd wed the stranger knight, or never more to view nor day nor light. 'Tis well, mistress. Your choice agrees with mine. I like it well. Nay, how absolute she is in it, not minding whether I dislike or no. Well, do commend your choice, and will no longer have it be delayed. Soft, here it comes. I must dissemble it.
'Cause the fleet of hope is so pretty when she's shining in the port, and the hope.
All good fortune, King Simonides.
To you as much, sir. I am beholding to you for this last night for your sweet music. I do protest my ears were never better fed with such delightful, pleasing harmony.
It is your grace's pleasure to command, not my desert.
Sir, you are music's master.
The worst of all her scholars, my good lord.
Let me ask you one thing. What do you think about my daughter, sir?
A most virtuous princess.
She is fair, too, is she not?
As a fair day in summer, wondrous fair.
Sir, my daughter thinks very well of you. Aye, so well that you must be her master, and she will be your scholar. Therefore, look to it.
I'm unworthy for her schoolmaster.
She thinks not so. Peruse this writing else.
What's here? A letter that she loves the night of Tyre. 'Tis the king's subtlety to have my life. Oh, seek not to attract me, gracious lord, a stranger and distressed gentleman, who never aimed so high as to love your daughter, but bent all offices to honor her.
Thou hast bewitched my daughter, and thou art a villain.
By the gods, I have not. Never did thought of mine love the offense, nor never did my actions yet commence a deed might gain her love or your displeasure.
Traitor, thou liest.
Traitor.
Aye, traitor.
Even in his throat, unless it be the king that calls me traitor, I return the lie.
Now, by the gods, I do applaud his courage.
My actions are as noble as my thoughts, that never relished of a base descent. I came under this court for honor's cause, not to be a rebel to her state, and he that otherwise accounts of me, his sword shall prove these honor's enemy.
No? Here comes my daughter. She will witness it.
Then, as you are as virtuous as fair, resolve thy angry father. If ever did my tongue solicit or ear my hand subscribe to any syllable that made love to you.
Oh, why, sir, say if you had. Who takes offense if that would make me glad?
Yea, are you so peremptory, mistress? I'm glad with all my heart. Will you, not having my consent, bestow your love and your affections upon a stranger? Who, for aught I know, may be, nor can I think the contrary, as great in blood as I myself. Therefore, hear you, mistress. Either frame your will to mine, and you, sir, hear you. Either be ruled by me, or I will make you wife and wife. Come, your hands and lips must seal it too, and being thus joined, I'll thus your hopes destroy, and for a further grief, God give you joy. What, are you both pleased?
Yes, sir. You love me.
even as my blood or life that fosters it.
What? Are you both agreed?
Yes, Father.
Yes, if it please your majesty.
It pleases me so well that I can see you wed, and with what haste we can get you to bed.
Now, sleepy slate hath the rout. No din, but snores the house about, made louder by the o'erfed rest of this most pompous marriage feast. The cat, with eye of burning coal, crouches for the mouse's hole, and crickets sing in oven's mouth, ere the blither for their drought. High man hath brought the bride to bed,
Where, by the loss of maidenhead, a babe is molded.
Yeah, be it time that is so briefly spent with your fine fancies quaintly etched. What's dumb in show will plain with speech. Brief. She must hence depart to Tyre, her queen, with child, makes her desire, which who shall cross, long to go. Omit we all their dole and woe. Like Corda, their nurse she takes, and so to sea. Their vessel quakes on Neptune's billow. Ha! The flood hath their keel cut. But fortune's mood varies it then. The grisly north disgorges such a tempest forth that, as a duck for life that dies, so up and down the poor ship drives. The lady shrieks, and well anear does fall in travail with her fear. What next ensues in this fell storm shall for itself perform. I know relate. Action may conveniently the rest convey, which might not what by me is told. In your imagination hold this stage, the ship upon whose deck the sea-tossed Pericles begins to speak.
Yet for the love of this poor and especially seafarer, I would be quiet! No fire, the unfriendly elements do not be uttered. And nor have I the time Foaming waters shall o'erwhelm my heads, flying the secret shells. But order, big Nestor bring me spice and Indian paper, my casket and my jewels. And in my band of green, the satin cup, lay the paper on the pillow, hide me, whilst I say a priestly farewell to suddenly. I'll make for Tarsus. There will be the clear the day come hold out the pirates. There will leave it careful missing.
You're overboard!
We're over!
Hurry!
We're gonna leave! We're over! Come on!
Most honored Cleon, I must needs be gone. My welcome is expired, and Tyre stands in a litigious peace. You and your lady take from my heart all thankfulness. The gods make up the rest upon me.
Your shafts of fortune, though they hurt you mortally, yet glance full wanderingly at us.
Oh, you sweet queen, the strict fates had pleased you had brought her hither to have blessed mine eyes with her.
We cannot but obey the powers above us. Could I rage and roar as the sea she lies in? The end must be as his. My gentle babe Marina, whom, for she was born at sea, I have named so. Here I charge your charity with all, leaving her the infant of your care, beseeching you to give her princely training, so she may be mannered as she is born.
Fear not, my lord. Fed my country with your corn, which the people's prayers still fall upon you, must in your child be thought of. Election therein make me vile, the common body, my yearly, should force me to my duty. But if to that my nature be dispersed, the gods prevented upon me and mine, till the end of January.
I believe you. Your honor and your goodness teach me to crown your head. Shall she be married, madam, my great Diana, whom we honor, all untangled shall this hair of mine remain, though I show it. So I take your leave, good madam. Make me blessed in your care in bringing up my child.
I have one myself, who will not be more dear to my respect than yours, my lord.
Madam, my thanks and prayers.
We'll bring your grace into the edge of our shore. Then, give you up to masked Neptune. Then, to the gentlest winds of heaven.
I will embrace your offer. Come, dearest madam. Oh, no tears, Auditorium, no tears. Look to your little mistress on whose grace you may depend hereafter. Come, madam.
Whate'er it is, 'tis wondrous heavy. Wrench it open.
If the sea's stomach be our charge with gold, 'tis a good constraint of fortune is vouched upon us.
'Tis so, my lord.
How closely 'tis caulked and betooned. Did the sea cast it out?
Sir, I never saw so huge a billow as would cast it on shore.
Drench it open. Soft, it smells most sweetly in my sense.
A most delicate odor, as ever hit my nostril.
Up with it. Oh, most potent God, what's here? A corpse.
Oh, strange!
Shrouded in cloth of state, bombed and entombed with full bags of spices. A passport, too. Apollo, perfect me in the characters. Here I give to understand, if ere this coffin drag a land, I, King Pericles, have lost this queen with all our mundane cost. Who finds her give her burying, she was the daughter of a king. Besides this treasure for a fee, the gods requite his charities. If he livest, Pericles, thou hast a heart that even cracks for woe. This chance tonight.
Most likely, sir.
Nay, most certainly tonight. For look how fresh you look. They were too quick that flew during the sea. There too there are boxes in my closet, make a fire within. Death may usurp on nature many hours, and yet the fire of life rekindle again the oppressed spirits. I have known an Egyptian who had 9 hours lying dead, who by good appliance recovered. Well said, the fire and cloths. The rough and woeful music that we have, cause it to sound, beseech you, the viol once more. How thou stirrest, thou block. The music! Home! I pray you, give her air. Gentlemen, this queen will live. Nature awakes. A warm breeze out of her. She has not been entrenched above 5 hours. See how the flower of life begins to bloom into her once again.
Heavens! Through you increase our wonder instead of their fame forever.
She will live. Her eyelids, cases to those heavenly jewels which Pericles had lost, begin to carve their fringes of bright gold. Diamonds of the most praised water do appear to make the world twice rich. Live! And make us weep to hear your fate, fair creature, rare as you seem to be.
Oh, Diana! Where am I? Where is my award? What world is this?
Is not this strange?
Most rare!
Hush, gentle neighbors. Lend me your hands, bear the chest to the next chamber. This matter must be looked to, for her relapse is mortal. Come, and Aesculapius guide us. Madam, this letter and some certain jewels lay with you in your coffer, which are now at your command. Know you the character?
It is my lord's. That I was shipped at sea I remember well, even on my very time, but whether they are delivered by the holy gods, I cannot rightly say. But since King Pericles, my wedded lord, I ne'er shall see again. A vestal livery will I take me to, and never again enjoy.
Madam, if this you purpose as we speak, Diana's temple is not distant far, where you may abide till your day expire. Moreover, if you please, a niece of mine shall there attend you.
My recompense is thanks, that's all. And goodwill is great, the gift is small.
Actually, Carrington, Julia Richardson.
From North Carolina, Carrington's just like home.
Imagine Pericles arrived at Tyre, welcomed himself to her own desire. Her woeful queen, we leave at Ephesus, and to Diana their emotions. But now, to Marie, bend your mind. my fast-growing story soon shall find at Tarsus, where she is by Cleon trained in music, letters. She hath gained by education all the grace which makes her both the heart and place of general wonder. But, alack, that monster envy, off the rack of earned praise, Marina's life seeks to take off by treason's knife. But in this kind our Cleon hath one daughter, and a wench full grown, even ripe for marriage rites, this maid named Philistine. And it is said within our story, she would ever with Marina be it when she weaved the slated silk with fingers long, small, white as milk, or when she with sharp needle wound the cambric, when she made more sound by hurting it, or when to the lute she sung, and made the night bird mute that which still records with moan, or when she would with rich and constant pen veil to her mistress Diana. Still, this Philistine contends in skill with absolute Marina. So with the dove of Paphos might the crow 5 feathers white. This Marina gets all praises, which are paid as debts, not as given. This so darks in Philistine all graceful marks, that her mother, Cleon's wife, with envy rare, a prisoned murderer does prepare for good Marina, that this daughter might stand fearless by the slaughter. No further, no sooner, these foul thoughts to stem, Lycora, their nurse, is dead. And this cursed Dionysa hath the pregnant instrument of wrath pressed for this blow. This unborn event I do commend to your content. Only I carried winged time, post on the lame feet of my rhyme, which never could I so convey unless your thoughts went on my way. Dionysa does appear with Leonie, a murderer.
Thy oath remember, thou hast sworn to do it. 'Tis but a blow which never shall be known. Thou canst not do a thing in the world so soon to yield thee so much profit. And let not conscience, which is but cold, inflaming love in thy bosom, inflame too nicely, nor let pity, which even women have cast off, melt thee, but be a soldier to thy purpose.
I will do it, but yet she's a goodly creature.
The fitter then the gods should have her. Here she comes weeping for her only mistress's death. Thou art resolved.
I'm resolved.
No, I will rob Tellus of her wheat, strew thy grain with flowers. The yellows, blues, the purple violets and marigolds shall as a carpet hang upon thy grave, while summer days do last. Poor maid, born in a tempest when my mother died. This world is to me like the lasting storm, worrying me from my friends.
How now, Marina? Why do you keep alone? How chance my daughter is not with you? Oh, do not consume your blood with sorrowing. You have a nurse of me. Lord, how your favors change with this unprofitable woe. Come, give me your flowers ere the sea mar it. Walk with Leonine. The air is quick there, pierces and sharpens the stomach. Come, Leonine, take her by the arm. Walk with her.
I pray you, I'll not relieve you of your servant.
Come, come. I love the king, your father, and yourself with more than foreign heart. We every day expect him here. When he shall come and find our paragon to all reports thus blasted, he will repent the breath of his great voyage. Blame both my lord and me that we have taken no care of your best courses. Go, I pray you, walk and be cheerful once again. Reserve that excellent complexion which did steal the eyes of young and old. Care not for me, I can go home alone.
Well, I will do it, but yet I have no desire for it.
Come, I know it is good for you. Walk half an hour, lady, at the least. Remember what I have said.
I warned you. Not.
I'll leave you, my sweet lady, for a while. Now pray, walk softly, do not heat your blood. What? I must have care of you.
Thanks, sweet madam.
Southwest.
When I was born, the wind was north.
Was it so?
My father, as nurse said, did never fear, but cried good seamen to the sailors, galling his kingly hands, hauling ropes, and clasping to the mast, he endured a sea that almost burst the deck.
When was this?
When I was born, never was waves nor wind more violent, and from the ladder tackle washes up a canvas clatter. Ha, says one, we'll doubt. And with a dropping industry, they skip from stem to stern. The boatswain whistles, the master calls, and trebles their confusion.
Come, say your prayers.
What mean you?
If you require a little space for prayer, I grant you pray, but be not tedious, for the gods are quick of ear, and I am sworn to do my work with haste.
Why would you kill me?
To satisfy my lady.
Why would she have me killed? Now, by my troth, I never did her harm in all my life. I never spake bad word, nor did ill turn toward any living creature. Believe me, I never killed a mouse nor hurt a fly. I trod upon a worm against my will, but I wept for it. My life might imply her any danger.
My commission is not to reason of the deed, but to do it.
You will not do it for all the world, I hope. You are well favored, and your look implies you have a kind heart. I saw you lately, when you caught her pardon to that thought. Good suit, it shone well on you. Do so now. Your lady seeks my life. Come you between and spare poor me the weaker.
I have sworn and will dispatch!
Hold them! Come! Let's have the board suddenly.
These roving thieves serve the great pirate Valdez, and they have taken Marina. Let her go. There's no hope that she'll return. I'll swear she's dead and thrown into the sea. But I'll see further. If she remain, whom they have ravished must by me be slain.
shall never prosper.
Thou sayest true. 'Tis not our bringing up of poor bastards, as I think I have brought some 11.
Oh, I too 11, and brought them down again. Shall I search the markets?
What else, man? The stuff we have, a strong wind would blow it to pieces. They are so pitifully sodded.
Thou speakest true, they are too unwholesome of conscience.
I'll go search the market.
3 or 4,000 check-ins would be as pretty a proportion to live quietly and so give over.
And why to give over, I pray you? 'Tis not a shame to get when we are old.
Oh, our credit comes not in with the commodity, nor the commodity wages not with the danger. Therefore, if in our youths we could not find some pretty estate, 'twere not amiss to keep our doors hatched. Besides, our sore standing with the gods would be strong with us for giving over.
Come, other sorts offend as well as we.
Aye, as well as we, and better too, we offend worse. Neither is this profession any trade, it's no calling.
Now, come your way, fast. You say she's a virgin.
Oh, I'm not.
Last year I've gone through for this piece. See if you like yourself. Now I've lost my earnest.
Both has she any quality?
He has a good face.
Yes.
Wears good clothes.
Mm-hmm.
Speaks well.
Oh, yes.
Like no other qualities and necessity can make her refused.
What's her price, Bolt?
I cannot be baited one joint of 1,000 pieces.
Oh, follow me, my masters. You will have your money presently. Take her in, instruct her in what she must do, that she may not be raw in her entertainment.
Bolt, take you the marks of her, the color of her hair, complexion, height, age, with warrant of her virginity, and cry, he that will give most shall have her first. Do this as I command you.
Performance shall follow.
Alack! That Leonine was so slack, so slow. He should have struck, not spoke. Or that the pirates, not enough barbers, did not a reward throw me, for to seek my mother.
Why lament you, pretty one? That I am pretty. Come, the gods have done their part in you.
I accuse them not.
You are light into my hands, where you are like to live.
The more my thoughts escape his hands, where I would like to die.
Aye, and you shall live in pleasure.
No.
Yes, indeed, shall you, and taste gentlemen of all fashions. You shall fare well, you shall have the difference of all complexions. What, do you stop your ears?
Are you a woman?
What would you have me be, and I be not a woman?
An honest woman, or not a woman?
A merry baby gosling. I think I shall have something to do with you. You are a young, foolish sapling, and must be bound I would have you.
The gods defend me.
If it please the gods to defend you by men, then men must comfort you, men must feed you, men must stir you up. Bolt's returned. Now, sir, hast thou cried her through the market?
I had cried her almost the number of my hairs. I have drawn her picture with my voice.
And I prithee tell me, how dost thou find the inclination of the people, particularly of the younger sort?
Oh, faith, they listen to me as they would have hearkened their father's testament.
Come hither a while. You have fortunes coming upon you, marvel. You must seem to do fruitfully what you do willingly. Despise profit where you have the most gain. To weep that you live as you do makes pity in your lovers seldom, but that pity begets you a good opinion, and that opinion mere profit.
I understand you now.
Oh, take her home, mistress, take her home. These blushes of hers must be quenched with some present practice.
Bolt, spend thou this in the marketplace. report what a sojourner we have here. You'll lose nothing by custom. When nature flamed this piece, she meant thee a good turn. Therefore, say what a paragon she is, and thou hast the harvest out of thine own report.
I warned you, mistress. Thunder shall not so awake the beds of eels as my giving up her beauty stirrup though lewdly inclined. I'll bring home some tonight.
Go your ways.
If fire speak hot, knife sharp, or water speak untied, I still my virgin knot will keep. Diana, aid my purpose.
What have we to do with Diana? Pray, will you go with us?
Why, are you foolish? Can it be undone?
Oh, Dionysus, such a piece of slaughter the sun and moon ne'er looked upon.
I think you'll turn a child again.
Were I chief lord of all this spacious world, I'd give it to undo this deed. Oh, lady, much less in blood than virtue, yet a princess, equal any single crown of the earth in the justice of compare. Villain Leonine, whom thou hast poisoned too, thou hadst drunk to him, 'twould have been a kindness becoming well thine act. What canst thou say when no Pericles shall demand her child?
That she is dead. Nurses are not the fates to foster it nor ever to preserve. She died at night. I'll say so. Who can cross it? Unless you play the pious innocent, and for an honest action cry out, she died by foul play.
Oh, go to. Well, all the faults beneath the heavens the gods do like this at least.
Be one of those that thinks the petty wrens of Tarsus will fly hence and open this to Pericles. I do shame. Think of what a noble strain you are, and of how coward a spirit.
Such proceeding, whoever but his approbation added, his prime consent, he did not flow from honorable sources.
Be it so then. Yet none does know but you how she came dead, nor none can know, Leonine being gone. She did disdain my child, and stood between her and her fortunes. None would look on her but cast their gazes on Marina's face, while ours was blurred that and held a Vulcan not worth the time of day. It pierced me through, and though you call my course unnatural, not your child well-loving, yet I find it greets me as an enterprise of kindness performed to your sole daughter.
Heavens forgive it.
And as for Pericles, what should she say? We wept after her hearse, and still we mourn. Her monument is almost finished, and her epitaphs in glittering golden characters express a general praise to her, and care in us at whose expense 'tis done.
Thou art like the harpy, which betrayed us with thine angel's face, seized with thine eagle's talons.
And you are like one who doth superstitiously swear to the gods that winter kills the flies. But yet I know you'll do as I advise.
Thus, time we waste, long leagues make short, sail season, couples having wished but for it, making to take your imagination from bourne to bourne, from region to region. By you being pardoned, we commit no crime to use just one language and eat several blind where our scenes seem to live. I do beseech you to learn from me, who stand in the gaps to teach you the stages of our story. Pericles is now again thwarting the wayward seas, attended on by many a lord and knight to find her daughter, all her life's delight. Old Aeschines, whom Helicanus late bents in time to great and high estate, is left to govern. Bear you it in mind that old Helicanus goes along behind. Well-sailing ships and bounteous winds have brought this king to Tarsus. Think her pilot thought. So in her steerage shall your thoughts grow on, to fetch her daughter home, who is gone. Like motes, like shadows, see them move awhile. Your ears unto your eyes I'll raise. your belief may suffer by foul show, this borrowed passion stands for true old woe. And Pericles, in sorrow all devoured, with sighs shot through, with big tears o'ershowered, leaves Tarsus, and again embarks. She swears never to wash her face, to fix her hairs. She dons the sackcloth and to sea. She bears a tempest, which her mortal vessel tears, yet she rides it out. Now, please you wit, this epitaph is for Marina, writ by wicked Dionysa. The fairest, sweetest, and best lies here, who withered in her spring of year. She was of Tyre, the king's daughter, upon foul death that made this slaughter. Marina was she called, and at her birth Thetis, being proud, swallowed some part of the earth. The earth, fearing to be overflowed, hath Thetis' birth child on the heavens bestowed. Wherefore she does. Swears she'll never stint make raging battery upon shores of flint. No visor does become black villainy so well as soft and tender flattery. Let Pericles believe her daughter is dead, and bear her courses to be ordered by Lady Fortune, while our scene must play on her daughter's woe and heavy well-a-day in her unholy service. Patience then, and think we all now are in mightily.
Well, I'd rather than twice the worth of her should never come here. Fie upon her! She's able to freeze the god Priapus and undo a whole generation, when she should do for clients her fitment and do me the kindness of our profession. She has me her quirks, her reasons, her master reasons, her prayers, her needs, that she should make a Puritan of the devil if he should so keep it a kiss of her.
Faith, I must ravage her, or she'll furnish us of her cavaliers and make her swear as priests.
Oh, now that talks upon her green sickness to me.
Faith, there's no way to be rid of but by the way to the pox. Here comes Lord Pacificus disguised.
We should have both lord and loud, if the peevish baggage will give way to customers.
How now? How a dozen of virginities?
The gods bless your honor.
Oh, I am happy to see your honor in good health.
You may so. 'Tis better for you that your resorters stand upon sound legs. How now? Wholesome iniquity have you, that a man may deal with all and defy the surgeon?
We have one here, if she would, but there never came her like in mightily.
If she'll do the deed of darkness, thou wouldst say.
Your honor knows what 'tis to say well enough.
Well, call forth, call forth.
For flesh and blood, sir, white and red. You shall see a rose, and she were a rose indeed, if she had but given
What's for thee?
Sir, can be modest.
That dignifies the renown of a bawd, no less than it gives a good report to, and her to be chaste.
Here comes that which grows to the stalk and never yet plucked, I can assure you. Is she not a fair creature?
Faith, she would serve after a long voyage at sea. Well, there's for you. Leave us.
I beseech your honor, a word and I'll have done presently.
I beseech you do.
First, I will have you note that this is an honorable gentleman.
I desire to find him so that I may worthily note him.
Next, he's governor of this country and a man whom I am bound to.
If he is governor of this country, you are bound to him indeed, but if he is honorable in that, I know not.
Pray you, without any more of this virginal fencing, will you use him kindly? He will line your apron with gold.
What he will do graciously, I will thankfully receive.
Have you done?
Your honor, she's not paced yet. You must take some pains to work her to your manage. Come, we'll leave his honor and her together. Go your ways.
Now, a pretty one. How long have you been at this trade?
What trade, sir?
I cannot name it, but I shall offend.
I cannot be offended by my trade. Please you to name it.
How long have you been of this profession?
Ever since I can remember.
Did you know you were so young? Were you at Gamesdrift at 5 or at 7?
Earlier too, sir. Now I be one.
But the house you dwell in proclaims you to be a creature of sail.
Do you know this house to be a place of such resort, and will come to it? I hear say you are of honorable parts, and are the governor of this place.
Have your principal made known unto you who I am?
Who is my principal?
Why, your herb-woman, she that sows seeds and roots of shame and iniquity. Oh, you know something of my power, and so stand aloof to more serious wooing. But I protest to thee, pretty one, my authority shall not see thee, or else look friendly upon thee. Now come, bring me to some private place. Come.
If you were born to honor, show it now. If put upon you, make the judgment good that thought you worthy of it.
How is this a more be sage?
For me, that ever made the most ungentle fortune have placed me in this sty, where since I came diseases have been sold dearer than physic. Oh, that the gods would set me free from this unhallowed place, though they had changed me to the meanest bird that did fly in the purer air.
I did not think thou couldst have spoke so well, nor dreamt thou couldst. Hold, here's gold for thee. Persevere in the clear way thou goest, and the gods strengthen thee.
The good gods preserve you.
As for me, be you thoughten that I came with no ill intent, for to me, the very doors and windows savor vilely. Fare thee well. Thou art a piece of virtue, and I doubt not but thy training hath been noble. Hold, here's more gold for thee. A curse upon him, die he like a thief that robs thee of thy goodness. If thou dost hear from me, it shall be for thy good.
I prithee, sir, one piece for me.
Fall thou, damn doorkeeper! Your house, but for this virgin that doth profit, would sink and overwhelm you. Away!
Lord the Symmachus, I pray. How's this? We must take another course with you. If your peevish chastity, which is not worth a breakfast in the cheapest country under the coat, shall undo an entire household, then let me be gelded like a spaniel. Come your way.
Whither will you have me?
I must have your maidenhead taken off, or the common hangman shall execute it. We shall have no more gentlemen driven away. Come your ways.
How now, what's the matter?
Oh, worse and worse, mistress. She here has spoken holy words to Lord the Symmachus.
Oh, abominable!
She makes her profession as if it were to stink before the face of the gods.
Hark! Hark ye gods!
She conjures! Wait, would she have never come within my doors? Mary, have you? He's born to undo us! Will you not go away, O womankind? Come up! Come in, my dear Rosemary, with chastity and babes!
Come now. Come your ways.
Whither will you have me?
I must take from you the jewel you hold so dear.
Prithee, tell me one thing first.
Come now. Your one thing.
What canst thou wish thine enemy to be?
Why, I could wish him to be my master, or rather mistress.
Neither of these are as bad as thou art, for they do better thee in their command. Thou holdst a place for which the most pained fiend in hell would not in reputation change. Thou art the damned doorkeeper to every coisel that comes inquiring for his tin. To the cleric fisting of every rogue thy ear is liable. Thy food is such as hath been belched on by infected lungs.
What would you have me do? Go to wars, would you? Where a man may serve 7 years for the loss of a leg? Not have money in the end
to buy him a new one?
Do anything but this thou dost. Empty old receptacles or common shores of filth. Serve by indenture to the common hangman. Any of these ways are yet better than this, for what thou profess a baboon could he speak would own a name too dear. Now, proclaim that I can sing, weave, sew, and dance with other virtues which I'll keep from boast, and will undertake in all these to teach. I doubt not that this prosperous city will yield many scholars.
I'll see what I can do for thee. If I can place thee, I will.
Marina thus the brothel escapes, and chances into an honest house, our story says. She sings like one immortal, and dances as goddess-like to her admired lays. Deep clerks she dumps, and with her needle composes nature's own shape of bud, bird, branch, berry, that even her art sisters the natural roses, her ankle, silk, twin with the ruby cherry. That pupils lacks she none of noble race who pour their bounty on her. Her gains she gives the cursed bawd, but here we are placed. And to her father, turn our thoughts again, where we left her on the sea. There we her lost, whence, driven before the winds, she is arrived here, where her daughter dwells. And on this port, suppose her now a maker. This city strive Lord Neptune's annual feast to keep, from whence Lysimachus, our Tyrian ship espies, her banners sable, trimmed with rich expense, and to her and his barge with fervor hies. And you're supposing now put your thoughts of heavy Pericles. Think this, her bark, where what is done in action, more, if might, shall be discovered. Please, sit and hark.
Sir, there's a barge put off for Mytilene. It is Lysimachus the governor, who craves to come aboard. What is your will?
That he have his. Call up some gentlemen.
Ho! Gentlemen, my lord calls.
Doth your lordship call? Gentlemen, there's some of worth would come aboard. I pray he greet them fairly.
Sir, this is the man that can, and on you would, resolve you. Hail, reverend sir, the gods preserve you.
And you, sir, to outlive the age I am and die as I would do.
You wish me well. Of being on shore, honoring of Neptune's triumphs, and seeing your goodly vessel ride before us, I made to it to know whence you are.
First, sir, what is your place?
I am the governor of this place you lie before.
Sir, our vessel is of Tyre, in it the king, a woman who for these 3 months hath not spoken to anyone, nor taken sustenance but to prorogue her grief.
Upon what grounds is her distemperature?
'Twould be too tedious to repeat, but the main grief springs from the loss of a beloved daughter and a wife.
Maybe not see her?
You may, but bootless is your sight. She will not speak to anyone.
Yet, let me obtain my wish.
Behold her. This was a goodly person till the disaster that one mortal night drove her to this.
So, King, all hail. The gods preserve you. Hail, royal sir.
It is in vain she will not speak to you.
Sir, we have a maid here in Mighty Night, our stranger, with its word for her.
'Tis well bethought. She, questionless with her sweet harmony and other chosen attractions, would allure and make a battery through his departs, which are now midway stopped. She is all happy as the fairest of all, and with her fellow maids is now upon the leafy shelter which abuts against the island side.
Sure, all's infectless, yet nothing will omit that bears recovery's name. But since your kindness we have stretched thus far, let us beseech you that for our gold we may provision have, wherein we are not destitute for want, but weary for the staleness.
Oh, sir, a courtesy which, if we should deny, the most just gods of every craft would send a caterpillar and so afflict our fronts. Yet, once more, let me entreat to know at large the cause of your king's sorrow.
Sit, sir, I will recount it to you. Thus, see, I am prevented.
Ah, there is a lady that I sent for. Welcome, fair one. Is she not a goodly presence?
She's a gallant lady.
She's such a one that were I well assured came of a gentle kind and a noble stock, I wish no better choice. I think myself rarely wed. Fair, all goodness that consists in bounty. Expect even here, whereas a kingly patient, that if thy prosperous and artificial gift can draw her but to answer thee in aught, thy sacred physic shall receive such pay as thy desires can wish.
Sir, I will use my utmost skill in her recovery, provided that none but I and my companion maid be suffered to come near her.
Come, let us leave her, and the gods make her prosperous.
When I was a girl, all of my fancy took flight, and I had this dream could outshine anything, even the darkest night. Now I wait like a widow for someone to come back from sea. I've always known I was waiting for me. Hail, sir. My lord Lendier. I am a maid, my lord, that ne'er before invited eyes but gazed on like a comet. She speaks, my lord, that maybe half under the grief might equal yours, if both were justly weighed. Though wayward fortune did malign my state, my derivation was from ancestors who stood equivalent with mighty kings. But time hath rooted out my parentage, and to the world an awkward casualty bound me in servitude. I will desist. There is something that glows upon my cheek and whispers in my ear, go not until she speaks.
My fortunes, parentage, good parentage, to equal mine, was it not thus? What say you?
I said, my lord, that if you knew my parentage, you would not do me violence.
I do think so. Pray you turn your eyes upon me. You are like something that... What countrywoman hear of these shores?
No, nor of any shores. But yet I was mortally brought forth, and am none other than I appear.
I am great with woe, shall deliver weeping. My dearest wife was like this maid, and such a one my daughter might have been. My queen's square brows, her stature to an inch, as wand-like strength, as silver voice, her eyes as jewel-like encased as richly. In pace another Juno, who starves the ears she feeds, and makes them hungry the more she gives them speech. Where do you live?
Where I am but a stranger. From the deck you may discern the place.
Where were you bred, and how achieved you these endowments which you make more rich to us?
If I should tell my history, it would seem like lies disdained in the reporting.
Prithee speak. Falseness cannot come from thee, for thou lookst as modest as justice, and thou seemst the palace with the crown of truth to above. I will believe thee, and make my senses credit thy relation to points that seem impossible. For thou lookst like one I loved indeed. What were thy friends? Didst thou not say, when I did push thee back, which is when I perceived thee, that thou camest from good descending?
So indeed I did.
Report thy parentage. I think thou saidst thou hadst been tossed from wrong to injury, that thou thoughtst thy griefs might equal mine if both were open.
Some such thing I said, and said no more than what my thoughts did warn me was likely.
Tell thy story. If thine considered proof the 1000th part of mine endurance, thou art a queen. Yet thou dost look like patience gazing on kings' graves and smiling extremity out of act. What were thy friends? How lost thou them? Thy name, my most kind virgin. Recount, I do listen to you. Come sit by me.
My name is Marina.
Oh, I mocked! And thou by some incensed god sent hither to make the world to laugh at me.
Patience, good dame, or here I'll cease.
Nay, I will be patient. Thou little knowest how thou dost startle me to call thyself Marina.
The name was given to me by one who had some power. My father and a king.
How? A king's daughter and called Marina?
You said you would believe me. But not to be a troubler of your peace, I will end here.
But are you flesh and blood? Have you a working pulse and are no fairy? Motion, well speak on. Where were you born and wherefore called Marina?
Called Marina, for I was born at sea.
At sea, what mother?
My mother was the daughter of a king, who did die the minute I was born, as my good nurse and Corda have oft looked with weeping.
Oh, stop there. This is the rarest dream that e'er dull sleep did mock sad fools withal. This cannot be my daughter's buried. Well, where were you bred? I'll hear you more to the bottom of your story and never interrupt you.
Concord. Believe me, 'twere best I did give o'er.
I will believe you by the syllable of what you shall deliver. Yet give me leave. How came you in these parts? Where were you bred?
The king, my father, did in Tarsus leave me, till cruel Cleon with his wicked wife did seek to murder me. And having wooed a villain to attempt it, who, having drawn to do it, a crew of pirates came and rescued me, brought me to Mytilene. But, good ma'am, whither will you have me? Why do you weep? It may be you think me an impostor. No, I am the daughter to King Pericles, if good King Pericles be.
Ho, Melicanus!
Calls, my lord.
Thou art a grave and noble counsel, most wise and gentle. Tell me if thou canst, what this maid is, or what is left to be that thus hath made me weep.
I know not, but the regent, sir, of Mytilene speaks nobly of her.
Melicanus, strike me, honored sir, give me a gash, put me to present pain, lest this great sea of joys rushing upon me o'erbear the shores of my mortality and drown me with their sweetness. Come hither, thou that begettest her that did thee beget, thou that wast born at sea, buried at Tarsus, and found at sea again. O Melicanus, down on thy knees, thank the holy gods as loud as thunder threatens us. This is Marina. What was thy mother's name? Tell me but that, for truth can never be confirmed enough, though doubts never sleep.
First, I pray, what is your title?
I am Pericles of Tyre. But tell me now my drowned queen's name, as in the rest thou saidst thou hast with God like perfectly heir to kingdoms and another like to Pericles thy father.
Is it no more to be your daughter than to say my mother's name was Thaisa? Thaisa was my mother who did end the minute I began.
Blessings on thee, rise, thou unborn child! Bring me fresh garments, my own Melicanus. She's not dead in Tarsus as she should have been, my savage Cleon. She shall tell thee all, when thou shalt kneel and justify in knowledge she is thy very princess. I embrace you. Give me my robes, I am wild in my beholding. What music? Tell Melicanus, my Marina, tell her all point by point, for yet she seems to doubt for sure that you are my daughter. But, hark, what music?
My lord, I hear none.
None. The music of the spheres. Listen, my Marina. Rarest sounds, do you not hear? Most heavenly music, it nips me into listening. Thick slumber hangs upon mine eyes. Let me rest.
My temple stands in Ephesus. Hie thee thither, and do upon mine altar sacrifice. There, where all my maiden priests are met together, before the people all, reveal how thou at sea didst lose thy wife, to mourn thy crosses with thy daughters, call and give them repetition to the life. Perform my bidding, or thou livest in woe. Do it, and happy by my silver bow. Awake, and tell thy dream.
Celestial time, goddess Argentine, I will obey thee. Melicanus.
Sir?
My purpose was for Tarsus, there to strike the unhospitable Cleon, and for others in service first. 'Twas Ephesus turn our blown sails. Eftsoons I'll tell thee why. Come, my Marina. As the fleet of hope is so pretty, when she's shining in the port, and the harbor clings to the jetty for protection and support. Out in the choppy waters, the sharks swim and play. You're all washed up with Poseidon has his day.
Now, our sands are almost run. More a little, and then done. This my last boon give me, that such kindness must relieve, that you at me must suppose what pageantry, what feats, what shows, what minstrelsy, what pretty din the regent made in Mytilene to greet the king, but in no wise till she had made her sacrifice as Diane bade. Whereto being bound, the interim pray you all confound, in feather briefness sails are filled, wishes filled out as they're filled. At Ephesus, at at the temple, see our king and all her company, that she could hither come so soon by your fancy's thankful doing.
Hail, Diane! To perform thy just command, I here confess myself the king of Tyre, who, frighted from my country, did wed Pentapolis the fair Thaisa. At sea in childbed died she, but brought forth a maid child called Marina, who, O goddess, wears yet thy silver livery. At Tarsus she was nursed with Cleon, who at 18 years he sought to murder. But her better stars brought her to Mytilene, against whose shores riding her fortunes brought the maid aboard our ship, where, by her own most clear remembrance, made herself known my daughter.
Oh, voice and favor, here, oh, royal Pericles.
No need for that. She dies, help them.
Noble sir, if you have told Diana's altar true, this is your wife.
Reverend Queer, no, she was thrown overboard by frantic sailors.
Upon this shore, I warrant you.
'Tis most certain.
Look to the lady, she's but o'erjoyed. Early this blustering morn, this lady was thrown upon our shores. I opened the coffin, found their rich jewels, recovered her, and placed her here in Diana's temple.
May we see them?
Sir, they will be brought into my house, whither I invite you. Look, Thaisa is recovered.
Let me look, she be not of my sanctity, will to my sense spend no licentious here. Oh, what current spite of seeing, oh my lord, are you not Pericles? Like are you spake, like are you are? Did you not name a tempest of birth and death?
The voice of dead Thaisa.
But Thaisa, I am supposed dead and drowned.
Mortal Diane.
Now I know you better. When we with tears parted in Topless, the king my father gave you such a ring.
This no more, you gods. Your present misery makes your present kindness makes my past misery sport. You shall do well, that on the touching of her lips shall melt and no more be seen. Or come be buried a second time within these arms.
My heart aches to be gone into my mother's bosom.
Look here, flesh of thy flesh, Thaisa, thy burden at the sea, and called Marina, for she was yielded there.
Blessed mine own!
Hail, madam, and my queen. I know you not.
When I did fly from Tyre, I left behind an ancient substitute. Can you remember what I called her? I've named her all.
'Twas Helicanus then.
Still confirmation. Embrace her, dear Thaisa, this is she. Yet I do long to know how you were found, how possibly preserved, and who to thank besides the gods for this great miracle.
'Twas Lord Caramon, my lord. This woman through whom the gods have shown their powers can from first to last resolve you.
Reverend sir, the gods can have no mortal officer more like a god than you. Will you deliver how this dead queen relives?
I will, my lord. Beseech you first come with me to my house, where shall be shown you all was found with her, how she came placed here in Diana's temple. No needful thing omitted.
Pure Diane, bless thee for thy vision. I will offer night oblations to thee. Lord Caramon, we do our longing stay to hear the rest untold. Sir, leads the way.
In Antiochus and his daughter, you heard monstrous lust the due just reward, but in Pericles, her queen and daughter seemed, though assailed with fortune fierce and keen, virtue preserved from fell destruction's blast, led on by heaven, and crowned with joy at last. In Helicanus, may you well describe figure of faith, of truth, of loyalty, and in reverend Caramon there well appears the worth that earned charity I wears. For wicked Cleon and his wife, when fame had spread their cursed deed and honored name of Pericles, to rage the city turned, and him and her they in their palace did burn. The gods for murder seemed so content to punish them, although not done, but meant. So, now, on your patience, evermore, attending new joy wait on you. Here our play has ended.